I think from the time I came here, one, I felt so, one, accepted, and two, that I knew there was something special about this place. You know, I mean, as far as the students, the teachers, the alumni even then, and also all the parents. I mean, it seemed like everybody was committed to making this a really good experience. Literature courses, all the English courses. I mean, I remember we just read great books. We read great books, which compared to when I was in public school, we diagrammed a lot of boring sentences. You know, I just was, compared to actually having this exercise and trying to diagram sentences and all that, we just jumped in and read a lot, which I thought was great. We also had a great book list. So, and believe it or not, I do remember all those that I read. As I Lay Dying, The Great Gatsby, and Great Expectations, things like that. And those still stick with me today too. And out of my graduating class of 100, there's probably a good 20 or 25 that we're in touch, and we make sure that, you know, primarily these days through Facebook. But so those ties are going to be there. Even for myself, former teachers, Ernie Britzabartis, very, very good friend, and I still, you know, obviously he was a great teacher for me, but he was also stuck with me throughout the rest of my life. And I think those things throughout the university school family, I feel, I look forward to it anytime I do go on Facebook, and obviously we have our own university school group, and it's great. It's great. It's actually, yes, it has obviously made a difference in my life. I actually was studying with a Mike Rosen, who was with the Milwaukee Symphony, and he recommended that I should come here. There were some other people at the time. Petey Basson was also heavily involved. She was one of the first people that I met. And I guess the best way that Mike thought that this would be a good environment for me, and I have to agree with him. At the same time, it was not easy. I mean, I was on scholarship. For my parents, it was quite a struggle to do this. But I guess now, looking back, it was all worth it. Follow those dreams. I did, when we were at lunch, we talked to somebody who said that he used to be in a band, but that isn't his path now. And I used the example of that. I made a very bad mistake that I was in college. I wasn't going to become a music major. That was finally obvious to me. And then I never picked up an instrument again for 25 years. And then somebody asked me just, you know, do you want to jam? And I played, and I realized, man, this is just fun. So music or all these things can be fun. It doesn't always have to be for professional. And I think that's also with so many things in sports and all that. So I guess the main thing I'd say to anybody, make sure that what things you're doing, have fun with them. Well, to give you some idea now as far as the Marcus Amphitheater, and actually it's quite often the deal in the Marcus Amphitheater is like for $1 million. Wow. And as far as just the whole scale of economy, when I was in going to concerts at that time, concerts would have cost up to between $4 to $6, and we were probably complaining then about how expensive they were. Now I see that almost there's very few things you can do that's not triple digits, at least $100.